I decided to go to Percy Priest today. This is the same boat ramp along Hunter State Park. Or, I don't know if State Park, but along Hunter boat ramp. This is one of the spots we fished, what will be 2 videos ago. Yeah. But over there is a spot we had a good point that we caught a whole bunch of smallmouth and spotted off there. That we'd like to try again just because we had a fairly rough day at Tim's Ford. We didn't catch much and we fished hard for what my dad caught for smallmouth. I caught nothing. Last time we fished here, this was the best spot. Better than Tim's Ford and better than the other spots we fished that day in Percy Priest. So quite literally, there's the boat ramp. Here's a point that the main channel is fairly deep. This is towards the center of Percy Priest. And loops around here, basically doing an S. Kind of either you start that way, it goes around, bends around here, goes out that way, bends around on the left side of the island, going to the right. So it basically forms S quite literally. Show you on the map. Okay. So that's the S I'm talking about. Not a very clear S, but going like this. We're fishing this little point right here. So there's some deeper, we'll work around that way farther since there's deeper there. But that's what we had luck with last time. Probably a good one.
Yep. Nice largemouth.
Can I measure him?
Yep. Right around 15, isn't it? Maybe a tad over.
Oh, depending. Can I keep him?
I guess. Why are we keeping him?
The fillet.
Oh, great. I try not to keep fish, like as in largemouth or smallmouth or
I understand.
any bass.
But spotted. Spotted are slightly invasive technically. We've been having a fairly rough time fishing today. I plan on going back to the boat ramp and just walking. We've been out on the water. Normally we're out for much longer. Normally we're out for the full day, but I've been getting a little bit tired of fishing, especially since it's hard for me to leave the boat. If I need a break, no. But, so basically I plan on, after a little bit, very soon, going back to the boat ramp and walking for a little bit. And my dad will continue fishing most likely, since I think he wants to fish some more, since he hasn't caught a fish. I have caught one fish that I plan on keeping. 15-inch largemouth, which is the minimum for this lake. So he's currently fishing the Twitch Ned rig bait, the strolling lure. And there is currently, you can clearly see those are fish down there. As obvious as can be. And I really think if you put your lure in front of those fish, they will eat it. Because that is within 8.5 feet, which would show fairly clearly. You also should be able to find your lure on there.
You would think, Cooper.
Yeah. I am getting ready to leave. I do think you could catch those fish now. The way that is, you'll be able to find your lure much better. I thought I had saw your lure for a split second. I do think they're interested. The other side is too, you're casting right at the boat, you know, so you don't have much room to fish it. I will mention that. So positioning your boat to where you cast, you know, a longer distance to the fish and cast past them is better than being closer to the fish and making shorter casts. Since the amount of time your lure is in the water for one cast makes a fairly big difference, since it gives them more time to eat it. Got dropped off at the boat ramp. Done this trail at least.
Finally caught one out here. This little guy. It's been a very, very slow day for me. Hooked one this morning. He came off the hook. Had two follow it. Had some other little bitty bites. There we go. Fishing out here by a little island with one lonely cypress tree.
I forgot to get a video of this. When I got back to the boat, I texted my dad. He said he was here, or called my dad. He said he was getting to the boat ramp. So, perfect time basically. I filleted my one bass. That's how much meat it has. That's not a whole lot, but I'd expected a little bit more. But there wasn't much more on the meat on the bass. When I asked my dad how much I missed since I'm wanting to try to practice flying, he said like 5%. That was 15-inch bass right at the minimum. So, this is, I don't know, this might be a gallon, quarter gallon there, I think gallon, Ziploc. But I'm fairly happy with the way I filleted it, so I wanted to practice that. My dad's getting the truck and going to back in the trailer into the water so we can leave. I'll have him talk a little bit about it as well. We are now driving home. This is one of the bridges we drove over, or under the boat. Now we're driving over it.
Fishing mission wanted me to say how he did filleting the fish. He did a good job with it. He got most all the meat, maybe 95% of the meat off of it.
The other thing is, I didn't get it on camera. I kind of wanted to. I forgot. I was going to ask my dad to record it. Because originally I had forgotten he normally likes doing it in the boat, so we can just throw the fish body, whatever, over the boat. Because convenient that way to dispose it.
Break their spine and they don't float, they'll sink. And it's convenient to clean stuff up. Because
yeah,
you're not on the tailgate or somewhere else with fish and then fish parts.
And also, if you throw it in your own trash can, it's kind of nasty.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah. And having it under the water is a little bit different too, because there's a lot of fish that will probably eat it under the water,
And
including
turtles.
the little tiny bluegill. Well, I think this is about this video. See you in the next one.